Okay, what I don't know about pearls isn't worth knowing. So after worth, we always use a gerund. Yeah, and I think you very often see this phrase around. What I don't know about X isn't worth knowing. And what you're saying is, I am an expert on that. I know everything about that. And what I don't know about that is not worth knowing. Yeah, if I don't know it, it's not worth knowing, because I'm an expert and I know everything that is worth knowing. And so worth doing, worth having, yeah, it's not worth seeing him later because we can see him tomorrow, something like that. You know, worth and then gerund always. Same with the verb mind, yeah. Worth is an adjective, by the way, and so there are some adjectives which take gerund. But, you know, that's why it's always like this in grammar. You give somebody a rule like after adjectives, use to plus infinitive, but then there will always be an exception. And worth is one of those exceptions. It's an adjective which takes gerund. You know, and we say, you know, use gerunds for subjects, but then you see somebody using to plus infinitives and you realise, yeah, we can use either of them as subject, actually. It's just that gerund is far more common, far more common. Okay, so what I don't know about pearls isn't worth knowing. Do you mind just throwing them out of the porthole? Yeah, and so mind is always gerund. Would you mind opening the window? Would you mind carrying my suitcases? Always mind plus gerund. Now, participles now, remember, they look exactly the same as gerunds. The difference between gerunds and participles is just one of function. It's just a grammatical distinction that gerunds are the ing form functioning as nouns and participles are the ing forms which function as adjectives. And so here are a few functioning as adjectives. Mr. Collada lay on his bed smoking a cigarette. That's describing Mr. Collada. So it's an adjective, yeah? Smoking a cigarette, Mr. Collada lay on his bed. Okay, and next one. Calling the steward, he ordered a tumbler of ice and a couple of glasses. And calling the steward is an adjective describing he. These participles usually describe the subject of the sentence. They don't have to, they can describe an object as well, but they usually describe the subject of the sentence. Okay, now teach came up and afford, just memorise these guys. Teach somebody to do something, just like tell somebody to do something. And can you afford to buy that car? Can you afford to do that? Yeah, and so teach and afford are to plus infinitive. And he says, that will teach you not to be so cocksure. And this word is quite old-fashioned, but we have a modern one which is very similar that I think everybody has heard of, which is cocky. Maybe not all of my students, but certainly all of my friends, they all know this word cocky. And when you are cocky, you are too confident, annoyingly confident. Yeah, and there's something really annoying when somebody is overconfident. Yeah, and so cocky is too confident, overconfident, annoyingly confident. And so that will teach you not to be so cocksure, Mr. Know-all. Yeah, you can already see why it's called Mr. Know-all, perhaps. Yeah, because somebody is rather cocky and overconfident about their knowledge. Okay, afford, I can afford to lose $100. Yeah, so afford is always to plus infinitive. And you have some other expressions in the story. Surprised to hear, interested to know, able to get. But all three of those are adjectives. Surprised, interested, able, they're all adjectives. So they're all obeying our earlier rule of adjective, hard, plus to plus infinitive.